Let's start with you. What is the company saying? Are they about to enter another lawsuit, expect another lawsuit from the DOJ?
No comment from Apple, Seema, but I can walk you through what we do know. So there have been reports about the DOJ's investigation into antitrust activities by Apple for about 2 years now, and it largely focuses on the App Store and Apple's market power there, particularly the fees that Apple takes from other developers, including some competitors and other services like music, for example. So we've heard companies like Spotify and the dating company Match complain about these fees, saying it's unfair, especially when Apple competes with them in certain areas. Apple, for its part, has been trying to lower the fees a little bit on some of these developers. Some people think in response to all the scrutiny they've been getting from antitrust. But by and large, it's the larger app companies that are really complaining about this and stand to benefit. And by the way, Seema, over in Europe, they're actually ahead of the United States in looking into these issues. Just earlier this spring, they passed what's called the Digital Markets Act, which would heavily regulate app stores, including Apple's App Store, and potentially require Apple to allow other app stores on the platform. So these are all similar issues that we've heard the DOJ has been looking into in relation to Apple. And remember, this isn't the only big tech company under scrutiny from the U.S. government. Meta has already been sued, and so is Alphabet.
And Martin, it does follow a similar report from The Information a couple months ago that said Apple is very likely to face an official antitrust lawsuit from the DOJ. Should investors start to price in the regulatory risk here when facing Apple? Shares are down about 3% today.
Yeah, I don't think the fear is material or the concerns on DOJ lawsuit is material to Apple's overall performance. When you measure the total App Store revenues, it's likely in the low single digit to mid single digit to Apple's total revenues. And if you, let's say, you cut the 30% App Store fee to 15%, and Apple doesn't really lose half of the App Store fees. Those lost fees or lower fees will flow back into the iOS ecosystem in other ways. For example, Apple is building a more robust advertising business, and some of that saved fees for app developers is going to flow back to Apple in some of the other ways in the same form of high margin service revenues.
Is it, just as a matter of opinion from you, Martin, as I understand it, Apple collects a fee from app developers when a person downloads their app. But one of the things Apple does, if I'm understanding correctly, is that if there are in-app additional purchases, for example, if you want to get special powers for your game or whatever, Apple also takes a fee from that. Is that cricket? Is that fair?
The rationale is it's going through in-app purchase through Apple's own payment system.
Yes.
So Apple, you could argue that Apple should open up the payment system to third parties so that others can charge lower fees for in-app purchases. But the reality is, consumers are lazy. They opt for the most convenient way for them to pay in order to get those virtual items. So Apple, by default, will be the most convenient solution, even after it opens up the payment options
Gotcha.
for other third parties.
Yeah, I'm one of those lazy consumers. If I sign up once, I want to sign up once and then just have it all go to the same payment source or system that I use.
Steve, I wanted to ask you whether the DOJ decides to proceed. Doesn't it really depend on the outcome of Apple versus Epic Games, which I believe that hearing is coming up this fall?
Yeah, that's actually a separate case, but it is related to all these issues. And look, Apple largely won most of the counts in that case, and Epic, but they are going against the one count that they lost. And so those issues are going to be playing out in that separate case. And again, this is on the DOJ level. And I do just want to talk about it's what Martin was talking about here. It's that in-app payment system that's another angle to it, because if you're making a case against Apple, an antitrust case against Apple, you're going to say, by Apple taking those fees from potential competitors, it can kind of stifle innovation and make it harder for a new company to kind of spring up and compete with Apple or another tech giant. That's the argument that side is making. The side that Apple is making is saying, look, we created the App Store. We created this platform. These companies wouldn't even exist. All this money wouldn't even be made at all if we didn't have the App Store and support it the way we do by taking those fees. So Apple's going to make that argument throughout this process, throughout that Epic Games process, and throughout the EU thing we're seeing with the Digital Markets Act, Seema.
Yeah, good to understand. Some good color as we try to understand what the DOJ does next. Steve Kovach and Martin Yang on the Apple News. Thank you for joining us today.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.